More and more PC games are offering gamepad support, which means many people who game on a computer are now looking to buy a PC controller for the first time. Unlike consoles, computers can use many different input devices, so finding the best controller for PC gaming can be an intimidating task. Fortunately, it's easy to pare down the options to a few choices. Today we are going to review best PC gaming controller of this year, and we are going to start our list with 8-bit do SN30 Pro. If you enjoy the retro style games that are coming out every month, you might want something more retro to control them with. The 8-bit do SN30 Pro has the shape and dimensions that bring the Super Nintendo to mind, but its features make it much more versatile than that venerable gamepad. The SN30 Pro has the standard layout of an SNES controller and includes 2 analog sticks, an L2 and R2 button, wireless connectivity, and home and favorite buttons. The built-in battery charges via USB-C, which gives it some future-proofing, and it's compatible with a wide range of devices. Unfortunately, the classic layout isn't very ergonomic for modern games. Those trying to play a more fast-paced game will likely find it awkward. This is a good controller if you exclusively play retro-style games or if you don't mind shelling out for an additional controller that's just for those types of titles. And as always, the link is in the description. Next up is Logitech F310. People who grew up in the 90s experienced a phenomenon unique to that period. Almost anyone who gamed on an N64 or PlayStation back then knows what it's like to get stuck with a cheap, third-party controller. Now you can experience all that fun again on a modern PC, with the Logitech F310 wired gamepad. Joking aside, the Logitech F310 is a surprisingly good controller for the money. It's not attractive in the least, and it doesn't have modern conveniences like wireless connectivity, but it gets the job done. Although the build quality is rough around the edges, it's a durable controller that can withstand being shoved into a drawer or dropped. The Logitech F310 is a great first controller for kids or a cheap solution for those who want a backup controller. However, anyone who games regularly will want to spring for something more comfortable. Next best PC game controller in the list is Sony DualSense. Many gamers prefer the symmetrical joystick layout of Sony's controllers over the asymmetrical style that is Xbox's hallmark. For those people, the Sony DualSense controller is the best controller currently available. Unlike Xbox, which stuck close to the Xbox One's controller when designing the Series 10 vertical bar S gamepad, Sony went back to the drawing board to make the DualSense. It features haptic feedback rumble, which gives much more detailed vibration than previous generations of controllers did. It also has adaptive triggers, which can adjust the tension and feel of the R2 and L2 buttons during gameplay. These features can provide some amazing experiences that aren't possible using another controller. Despite all this, the DualSense comes with a caveat that will make it a hard sell for some: it doesn't currently have official PC support. Steam is compatible with the DualSense, and a few games even support the controller's unique features. However, it's currently forced to use the direct input driver instead of the modern X input driver, which means it has compatibility issues with modern games. Again, the link is in the description. The Xbox Elite Series 2 controller is the Cadillac of gamepads. It takes the much-loved layout of the Xbox One controller and refines it, giving a more versatile product with a premium feel. The higher quality construction is immediately apparent from the increased heft and rubber grips. It's simply a joy to hold. The Elite Series 2 also includes some functionality upgrades over the Xbox One controller. It comes with a case containing interchangeable thumbsticks, D-pads, and rear paddles that can be assigned to duplicate the function of any button. It's also equipped with an internal battery that lasts around 40 hours, meaning you won't have to purchase additional accessories. Unfortunately, pricing for the Elite Series 2 is a bit steep compared to the standard Xbox controllers. Given that the Xbox Core controller addressed many issues with the Xbox One gamepad and is the same price as it used to be, the Elite might be more than you need. But those who want the best PC gaming controller at any cost will likely find what they want here. Microsoft refreshed its venerable Xbox One controller for the launch of the Xbox Series 10 vertical bar S consoles to produce the Xbox Core controller. The core in the name signifies Microsoft's pivot to Xbox as a platform, not just a console, but the controller is very similar to its predecessor. The new features it does have simply improved the design instead of evolving it. The Xbox Core controller can interact with a Windows PC on a system level and has the best compatibility of any gamepad on the market. However, it's not just limited to use on a PC or Xbox. It can connect to almost any device that has Bluetooth, which makes it incredibly versatile. Unfortunately, this affordable controller does have some faults. More reliable 2.4 GHz wireless requires an Xbox wireless dongle for PC. This gamepad also doesn't have a built-in battery, which means users will need to either use AAs or purchase an Xbox Play and Charge kit separately. It's time to make the decision which one to get. Check the link in the description to check the price and get yours. If you like this review, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button below. We'll see you in the next AdvisorBit video. Till then, have fun.